Hi, Dawn Finn here again. So I'm going to talk about step 3, and just to show you, this was stuff that I've underlined. There's a lot of work that I did in this book, and there's some deep stuff in here. So step 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. So in this, what I underlined was practicing step 3 is like opening of a door to which all appearances is closed and fucking locked, is how it felt. All we need is the key, the decision to swing the door open. There is only one key, and that key is called willingness. So I know that in the first 5 years of my sobriety, the first 90 days, 90 meetings, 90 days, whatever it took, I was at a meeting every day and on the phone with a sponsor. The other thing was, in that 5 years, I know that I hit at least 5 meetings in a week's time. And so going through that process, it taught me a lot of things. And I heard at a meeting one time for step 3, is that there are 3 frogs sitting on a fence post. One frog made a decision to turn his life over to God as he understood Him. How many frogs are sitting on that fence post? You may have guessed it. All 3 are still sitting there, because all I did, was to make a conscious effort to turn my life over to a higher power, to turn my life over to somebody greater than me. And so that was a huge, huge opportunity. I just had a mosquito flying at my face. Anyways, so in that, and just the desire, you have the willingness. You don't always see the fruits of that willingness, and it's a hard one to wrap your brain around when you've been so wrapped up in, at least for me, when I was so wrapped up in addressing me, addressing what my needs were, not anybody else's. So step 3 really was a conscious decision. It was an opportunity for me to look at the greater good. And how did that affect my life? How does that come into play with my heart and my learning and my sobriety? What was my brain going through? I so wanted to see the outcome. I wanted to feel the outcome. But I wasn't even there yet. I struggled with step 3 for a long time. And it boils down to that simpleness. I just made a decision. The other thing, if you haven't realized, in the 3 steps, it is a we program. It is about us together. It is about the greater good being stronger than the individual. And then at some point, the individual is actually living the program. When you have community, each and every one of these steps seem daunting. But all you have to remember is you have to just do one at a time. One builds upon the other. And then as you grow and abstain from drugs and alcohol, or whatever it is that maybe you're choosing, you begin this beautiful journey. But steps 1, 2, and 3, I acknowledge that my life sucked. And there was nothing that I was doing that was going to help it, except to abstain from whatever it is that I'm choosing to numb my life. 2, that there is something bigger than me out there. And 3, I have the willingness and the desire to change what the fuck is going on. Those 3 steps together allow you a journey, allow me a journey, allow us all as a community a journey that, no, it's beyond belief if you stick it out, the benefits that you will have. I will actually do At the end of all of the steps, I'll read what the benefits are, because I know that those benefits come true. I know the freedom that you feel as you begin and your system begins to clean out and your head begins to get clear. And you have the sponsors and the people you need in your support system to be able to grasp this. All I ask you to remember, 3 frogs sitting on a fence post. One made a desire and a conscious choice to turn his life over or her life over. We're still there. We're still sitting on the fence post. I just made the willingness. I just accepted the desire to make a difference in my life.